Hey, this is Jason's Black Raven Pit and Purpose, and this week we're doing an entire meal. I'm talking short ribs, we're doing giant Brussels potatoes, and stuffed jalapeno poppers. Super excited to see how these turn out. Let's go ahead and go to the prep. Okay, for our prep today, we're gonna make this super nice and easy. Our short ribs, we're just gonna coat in a little bit of olive oil, and then we're gonna put on my black brew dust rub. For those of you that aren't aware, this is one that I make here in-house. It's coffee and black pepper. It goes really great on any sort of beef, whether it's burgers, ribs, you name it. This stuff is great. So we'll go ahead and get this open here. I'm just gonna dump all of these short ribs into a bowl. Take my olive oil, just gonna slather that around. That looks pretty good. Next, I'm just gonna kind of move them around, make sure I get them all nice and coated. Just be sure and turn each one as you do it, just to kind of ensure a little bit of olive oil gets all over. These are looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab some of our rub. Good. Rub this all around. Now I don't necessarily want to coat these completely, but I do want to have like a good, amount of rub on them. If we were doing something that was like a thicker, or rather a bigger cut of meat, I would definitely want to make sure I coat it 100% with the rub. But given that we're just doing little short ribs, just getting a little bit of that rub flavor on there is pretty much all I'm looking for, because I want the flavor of the beef itself to really stand out. All right, it's looking pretty good. So by the time you get done, pieces will kind of look like this. Again, not completely covered, but pretty close. And if you got a side that's like completely covered, that's all right too. But overall, I'd say these are looking pretty good. So we'll go ahead and move on to our jalapeno poppers. Okay, for the jalapeno poppers, I'm going to do my best to actually keep them whole. So what I'm going to do is actually just kind of make a little slit down the middle, and then across the top here. Use that to kind of empty everything out, and then we'll stuff it with cream cheese. So first things first, let's just go ahead and get that first cut made. Alright, so got that pretty well opened. You can see the seeds and everything that are in there are what we're trying to get rid of. So what I'm going to do is kind of try and hold this open with 2 fingers. While I cut them away. Like that. And once I've pulled all the seeds out, I'll just go ahead and rinse the inside. However, if you like spice, then now's the time to keep it in there by keeping the seeds in there. I myself want to taste more of the cream cheese than the spiciness, so we're gonna kind of get the seeds out of here. Best we can, anyway. So I'm just gonna show you how to do one of these, because doing all of these together will take some time. So then, in a Ziploc bag, what I've done is I've just gotten some cream cheese and shredded cheese in here. I'm just kind of mixed it all together. Basically just use this to make my own pipette bag. So then we will cut off the tip with scissors. There we go. Just kind of cut the tip off the bag there. All I'm gonna do is just hold open the jalapeno here. Just gonna squirt this in there if it wants to work with me. There we go. You don't want to fill it all the way up just because you want to have some room. Cheese is actually going to expand a little bit when it's in the smoker. But yeah, you'll basically just fill these up to about full and then go ahead and throw them on the smoker when you're ready. Okay, so when you get done with them, they should look something like this. I am going to use some toothpicks to kind of help hold these together before I put them on the smoker, but there you have it. Okay, so the hardest thing with doing an entire meal at once is your timing. Obviously, you want to start with the thing that's going to take the longest. So, doing the short ribs first, I have my smoker set at 250 degrees, and we're going to put these in to hopefully shoot for an internal temperature of about 203 degrees. While these are going, we'll give it some time, and then eventually we'll load in the potatoes in about another hour, and then do the jalapeno poppers in about like the last hour of the smoke. Now I do currently have a brisket going in here just because I felt like doing one, but you guys can watch that video that I posted last week if you really want to know how to make one. But let's go ahead and get these on. Okay, so these short ribs weigh about just under a pound for every two. So I'm estimating that they'll probably take about 3 to 4 hours at our 250 temp on our smoker here. So what I'm gonna do is just wait 1 hour and then we'll put the potatoes on and kind of continue on our process because I know potatoes will take 2 to 3 hours. So we're just gonna kind of wing it and see how it goes. Okay, it's been about an hour since we put our short ribs on the smoker here, so let's go ahead and get our potatoes going. Okay, so all I really did to prep those potatoes was just coated them a little bit of olive oil, and then I put one of my rubs on them and poked a bunch of holes in it. I didn't really see the point in shooting a prep video for potatoes because pretty much everyone knows how to do that. And if you don't, you can look it up. But yeah, really simple, just olive oil, poke a bunch of holes, cover with some rub or salt, seasoning, whatever you want to use, they're good to go. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Collective for Hope. The Collective for Hope has a simple mission, and it's powerful. Make sure no one has to grieve alone. They run group sessions where people can really dig into what grief looks like across a lifetime, whether it's adults, kids, or whole families coping together. These sessions aren't about clinical therapy, but about learning how to hold space for someone to really be there for them. Folks who go through the training walk away with practical tools, personal insight, and the ability to offer real support when it's needed most. One of their programs I think is especially important is called Grief 101. It's designed for schools, workplaces, or community groups dealing with recent loss. In just one session, trained grief professionals step in to help people understand the natural process of grief, normalize the wide range of emotions that come with it, and share concrete ideas to support each other. It's like giving communities a bridge between that immediate shock of loss and the longer journey of healing, and it brings compassion and hope right when people need it most. And here's the best part. The Collective for Hope is powered by volunteers. They really value the unique skills and experience people bring, and they make sure there's always a meaningful way to get involved. No matter what your gift is, there's a place for it here. So if you've been looking for a way to make a difference, this is an incredible place to start. Because at the end of the day, grief touches everyone, and having a community like the Collective for Hope means none of us have to face it alone. The Collective for Hope does so much for people in our community. Please check out the website below. There's tons of information. Honestly, like, I would probably need a 20-minute video to talk about everything that they do for our community. So please just go check them out. Volunteer, donate, whatever you can. I'm going to be donating 15% of my profits for this month to them to help support their mission and support other people in our community. So I hope you do too. Anyways, so we got about, let's see here, about 2 hours until I'm ready to put the jalapeno poppers on. So we're just going to go ahead and let this sit, and we'll see you when it's time to throw those on. Okay, we've got about an hour left to go, so we'll go ahead and throw on our jalapeno poppers, and then by the time that hour's up, we're good to go. We're ready to eat.